Welcome back to the arcade. Right here on the top edge of the cabinet, the black material on the side of the cabinet, I know I've been saying I wasn't sure if it was vinyl or some kind of paper that the artwork is silk screened on. And up here, have a piece of it coming loose. So let me get a close-up shot on that if I can. And it's just right here on the edge where it just started peeling up. All of it is still there, but evidently this corner got a little water on it and the adhesive let loose and it started peeling. So it does appear that it's some type of vinyl. So pretty sure now it's a vinyl, because the back is shiny and it just feels more like a vinyl than any type of a paper or anything, but who knows exactly what that is. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this back down. And what's the best way to fix this? Well, I've found this stuff. It's a contact cement called UHUPOR. And used to could get it at Michael's Arts and Crafts, but they don't sell it anymore. So I've been buying it here lately. You can buy it on eBay, and sometimes, and they may still have it, I haven't checked in a while, it's a hobby store in China called Hobby King, and they have a couple US stores, and it's a mail order place, and you can get it through them. And it's very good stuff. We use this in the radio control model hobby, airplanes, to build foam airplanes. So unlike contact cements like this, like welders is a good contact cement, but it's made up of chemicals that will destroy foam, and it's not very good on most plastics. This stuff here you can put on foam, plastic, wood, leather, glass, you name it, it's good for it. And I actually use this in the arcade on most of the driving games that have the T-molding come loose down at the base of the seat under the bottom edge, where people take their feet and they sit in the seats and they put their the heel of their shoe up on the side of the cabinet and they push down and they wind up pulling the T-molding off. So I put this on the T-molding of those games in the arcade, and it's held up very well. So anyway, this is, like I say, a contact cement. You put it on both surfaces, so we'll put some on the cabinet and put some on the lifted edge of the decal. It's also good for decals in the arcade. The kids love to peel the decals and stuff off the games. I've used this successfully to put decals back on, as long as they don't rip them off and throw them away. But it's good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started here. What you do is, let me just open it up here. And if you had a little brush, you could put it on a brush if you wanted to, but I always just go ahead and put it right on my fingertip. Just squirt out a little bit. And then I'm going to smear it right in the cabinet. All the way down the length here. And I'm going to get it on both sides. The back side of the vinyl where it can come loose, and also on the wood. And just cover it with a thin coat. And you take your fingernail and just push it up in there to make sure you get it all the way up in there. Okay, now you got to let this stuff dry about 5 or 10 minutes. In 5 or 10 minutes, if you put it on thin, it'll completely dry. And we're going to go ahead and let this dry now, and I'll come back and I'll show you what to do next. All right, well, it's been 10 minutes, so the contact cement ought to be dry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take my thumb and I'm going to just go ahead and start pushing it down against the cabinet to make sure I don't get any air pockets in it. And then I'll just take a paper towel and push it down. And any little residue you have around the outer edge, when that completely dries, which it should be right now, you can just take and roll your fingers over the edge and it'll just roll up like a gum, kind of like. And that's how I fix any vinyl or side art that's starting to peel. Just use contact cement on it. But it's got to be the contact cement that has the same quality as this stuff does. It can't be something that's like welders that's got a solvent in it that's going to attack and destroy the material you're putting it on. So this is safe for anything. So be sure that you make sure you use something. If you can't find this product, make sure it's foam safe, and I think you'll be okay. Okay, this has been an arcade fix, tips and tricks from past videos you may have missed. Have you had your arcade fix today?